Hey everybody, this is my quarantine tank. Currently it has rubber lip pleco, possibly. I have not seen it yet today. I've also got my beautiful new Opaline Gourami back there, and I've got 5 Neon Tetras. Now I mentioned before that the main reason we quarantine, or the main reason I quarantine, is ick. That's by far the most common parasite you're going to bring home. You may bring home other things, but by and large, ick is what you really should be concerned with, because that's what's most commonly brought home. And for some reason, Neon Tetras are little ick machines. So if you look in here and look at some of these neons a little more closely, you will notice that they are indeed covered with ick. Makes me want to scratch just looking at them. So I'm going to treat them with medication this time. The last time I treated with temperature, and I just don't feel like messing with all that. So I'm actually going to go upstairs right now and order some meds, and they'll be here the day after tomorrow. Hopefully I won't have any losses between now and then. They actually look pretty bad. I'm surprised I hadn't noticed it before now. The way the life cycle works, as the little white cysts that you can see on the animal erupt, they'll basically drop eggs to the bottom. When the eggs hatch, they'll become free swimmers, and those swimmers will look for new hosts. So by nature of that, the way they're hatching right down on the bottom in the substrate, and they start swimming upwards looking for new hosts, any fish that tend to live on the bottom or stay on the bottom are always the first to get hit, and they get hit hard. So if I'm already seeing this much ick on these little neons, then it's possible the rubber lip in here may have already been so infected that it got in his gills, and once the gills get really infected, then it's, not a lot you can do for him at that point. So I haven't seen the rubber lip in a couple days. Ick could be the culprit. It also could simply be hiding inside that little cave structure right there. But I'm going to get going. I'm going to run upstairs and get this medication ordered. I don't see any signs of ick on the gourami yet, so that's not a big deal. My other concern is that these neons were in the same tank with the bala sharks that I had in here. And I had the bala sharks in here for about 10 days before moving them. And I put them in my gourami tank, but they were in this tank with these neons for a couple of days. So I'm still probably in the clear, because again, the way the life cycle of the ick works, it's unlikely that they would have infected the bala sharks that quickly, but they could have. So I now need to start watching my gourami tank really, really closely, because I know that those bala sharks have at least been exposed to fish that are infected with ick. So we're going to have to see how this one plays out. So once again, as I said, let me get going, and I'm going to run upstairs, order that meds. Make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss how this turns out. You don't want to miss what's going on in my gourami tank or whatever's going to happen in that one. And, well, hopefully cross your fingers and nothing's going to happen in that one. But stay tuned, and I'll see you real soon in the next one.